Do I like this? Yeah, I do.
Smile more when you come by. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sun shines bright. Believe me.
Hello, my name is Simone and I'm gonna be filming a look today. So let's just get into it. So the first thing I like to do is prime my skin. And I like using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Silky smooth skin to prep before my foundation. Okay, so once I prime my face, I like to start with my eyes. A lot of people don't like doing their eyes first, but I like to do that because if I mess up, I can just wipe it and I won't mess up my foundation or anything. So I'm just gonna go in with concealer just to use as an eye primer because I don't have time to buy eyeshadow primer. It's not worth it to me. Concealer or foundation works just fine. And I'm just gonna take my damp beauty blender. I just got a new one. And I'm just gonna blend it. And that was the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is the shade medium. Usually I wear sand because it's more yellowy for my skin, but they didn't have it obviously when I went to get it, so. But yeah, so it's really nice out today, but here I am cooped up inside because can't be bothered in the sun. Now I'm just gonna set my eyes with my Rimmel Stay Matte drugstore, obviously, powder. Sometimes I use my loose translucent powder for this, but again, cannot be bothered. It's messy and annoying, so I'm not gonna use it right now. So once that's set, I like to go in with my MAC 224 just blending brush. I've had this for literally probably 10 years. It works great for me and it's pretty good still. I'm gonna just take my bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I used to not really like it, but I gave it another try because I wanted more of like a glowy bronzer, I guess, because I usually use the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, but I want something different because I've been using that for years and years. So I went ahead and tried this because I've had it for a while and I like it actually. The first time I didn't like it, but now I like it. So I just take some on my brush and then just put it in my crease, just to give it a little bit of color. I don't like that flat eyelid look because you need a little life in your eye, you know?
I really hope this is focused.
So now that we got a little dimension going, I'm going to actually go a little further than my everyday today. I'm going to take my Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I really love this palette. It's so pretty. You can make it like natural, you can make it heavy, you can do like going out, you can do casual every day, and I love it. So I'm going to take Dusty Rose right here and just kind of go right under that bronzer that I put on using the same brush. This adds like a really cute, like feminine, I guess, touch to the eye for the everyday, instead of the everyday, I guess. Like you want to look like you tried a little bit. Unless you're going for the roll out of bed, no makeup look, then do you. So once I'm done with that, I usually leave it, but I'm going to go in with this brush that comes with the palette. And just use the flat side eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna take burnt orange and kind of go lightly on my eyelid, just lightly though. These eyeshadows are amazing. I honestly don't think I'll ever buy another palette that's not Anastasia. The ones I have are the Soft Glam, Modern Renaissance, and Mario's collaboration with Anastasia that was limited edition, and I love that one too. I've been using this Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I got it with my like 100 points from Sephora, and I really like it so far. This one is really good for volume and like building it up. I've never used this, but I've heard so many good things about Urban Decay's mascara. Where's my phone going off? Oh, here's a tip. If you ever get mascara on your eyelids, which you probably do. I like to just wait until it dries, resist the temptation to just like scrub it off and just wait, and then eventually it'll literally just come right off once it dries. Okay, so now the eyes are done. I'm gonna actually go in with my brows, I guess. I'll start. I'm just gonna brush them out. They're kind of crazy lately. I haven't gotten them done in a while. This is the Anastasia brow definer, and I love this. I just got it the other day, and I'm loving it lately. I need a better mirror. I was just watching a YouTube video, and somebody said like to fill in like the tops of the brows because it leaves that nice natural look for the bottom hairs. Also, this is in the shade Ebony. Then the ends, I like to, since my hair is kind of long right now, I like to just like gently wisp over it so it leaves that natural hair look. See the difference? Even if you don't need that much, it makes a difference. Also, eyebrows are supposed to be different from each other. They're cousins, not sisters. I like to use this when I'm doing it so I can make sure that the product's evenly spread throughout. So now that I'm done with my brows, I'm going to go in and kind of spot conceal blemishes, spots, anything that you want to cover up more, because I'm using kind of a sheer foundation today. So that's what I like to go in with concealer first. And I'm just using the same one that I used to prime my eyes. I think this has pretty good coverage. Okay, now that I've basically covered up my whole face, I'm going to stop. But I'm just gonna go back in with my beauty blender. Wow, I've never had this pink beauty blender. I've had the black one. I didn't really like it. And I have this Real Techniques. I bought like hundreds of these, but I've never gotten the original beauty blender, and I really, really like it. Damn. It's so good. It's not even like taking up that much of the concealer. Like, I mean, at least I don't think so. I usually use, for my foundation and stuff, I use this Morphe M439, just like a fat buffing brush. But I find that the product builds up on this so quick, no matter how often I clean it, and it's starting to gross me out. So I haven't really used that in a while. So now that my face is concealed, I'm gonna go with my True Match Lumi True Match by L'Oreal, and this is in the shade W6. I'm just gonna kind of dot this a little bit. I know I said I'm probably not gonna use that much, but I always get a little bit carried away. I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and use the butt side and just start blending it out. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this beauty blender. Why have I've been asleep for the last 5 years, or however long they've been out. Oh my god. And I know that Real Techniques ones are a lot cheaper, but I'm obsessed. And it's brand new and it's so soft. Oh my god. I'm loving. Okay, so now to conceal under my eyes, I'm gonna go back with that same concealer and just do the thing. I don't really want to go too hard. I keep saying that and I keep putting on a lot. A little down there, a little up here. Back in, beauty blender. Oh my god, it's blending out. It's blending out perfectly. Now I need to do something today if I'm putting makeup on, right? I'm just gonna go in with the same Rimmel Stay Matte powder and go under my eyes. This time I'm gonna use a brush. Whenever I use powder under my eyes, which is basically every day, I always go like this. I blend it, blend it, blend it. Then I look up so it doesn't crease. And then I grab some of my powder and I'm just dabbing it in there. It kind of helps with the creasing. I don't know if it really does. I feel like there's nothing that's gonna stop under eyes from creasing. It's just probably impossible, but we can do the best we can, right? Oh, now I'm going back in, second eye, other eye. Blending really, really, really well. Looking up like a crazy person, grabbing some product and dabbing it. Now I'm somebody who needs to kind of set their face because I feel like my foundation, I feel like my foundation will just come off or slide all over the place, or if I'm hugging somebody, it'll basically, my whole face will be on their shoulder, and that's just embarrassing to me. So I'm just gonna use this Stay Matte powder in certain areas that I want to stay matte all day. So basically, right here on my cheeks, they get kind of oily. It depends on the day, honestly. I don't even know what kind of skin I have. I'm either normal, combo, oily, dry because of all the skincare I use. I really don't know. Then I'm gonna do my forehead. Down my nose a little bit. Sides of my nose. Chin. Then I'm switching over to another powder, and this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Illumination Pressed Radiant Translucent Powder. Woo! Now my mom actually got this in a QVC package. I was looking for a setting powder that I could use that wasn't necessarily matte because I'm over it. I'm over being matte. I'm sick of it. Did it for years and I'm just tired. So I'm gonna use that same brush and just dab it over where I want to be more radiant and glowy. It just gives more of like a healthy feeling for me because I feel like matte is like sucking the life out of me. I'm so glad I tried it, and I really do not think my mom's getting it back because she's never gonna use it. Okay, so once we're nice and set and radiant and healthy looking, I'm gonna take my Eco Tools brush. It is so good for applying bronzer. It applies it nice and even. So I'm gonna go back in with this butter bronzer. I'm just gonna go kind of along my cheekbone, but more loosely, not like necessarily looking for like a contoured look, because who needs it? So that's what I like. No harsh lines, a natural tan looking skin, bronze, whatever. This doesn't even have a mirror. I'm looking at it like it has a mirror. Okay. Oh wait, I think if I flip it up, it will. See? It smells like a literal island and I'm obsessed with it. I love good smelling bronzers. Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, amazing. This one, amazing. I don't think I'll ever be able to use a bronzer that doesn't smell like chocolate, coconut, something tropical. I like to bring it along the sides of my nose sometimes to make my nose seem a little bit more slender. I don't really go like intense on my nose because it is what it is. All right, so now once my bronzer is set, I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics Nude Blush 10 color blush palette. So I'm gonna use this color over here. It has a light shimmer to it, nice sheen. And I'm taking this Crown Brush Dual Fiber Blush brush. So just gonna dab it in here, tap it off, and then with a very, very light hand, I'm just gonna kind of go along this area. Now my foundation is nowhere near full coverage. I usually like full coverage, but I've been trying to chill with full coverage because it makes me look crazy sometimes and just adds texture, and that's not what we want. I'm gonna take Colourpop's Super Shock Cheek highlighter thing, and this is the color Wisp, and it's like a cream based highlighter. They don't come off as powdery and they don't show as much texture. So I'm just gonna grab my Beauty Blender, shocker, and just take a little bit on the butt end. I'm just gonna put it where I normally do, and it makes it look really okay, obviously not natural. No one's face looks like that natural, but it gives it more of the natural glowy illusion. My skin's basically been through like a war the past 2-3 years, like horrible acne, scarring, so bad, and it's come a long way. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna grab my favorite lip gloss, NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the color Tiramisu. It's so cute and like pink. Oh my god, I love this color. Not over it, not over it. And sometimes if I'm feeling sparkly, I grab my Jouer lip topper, and this is in the color Frostbite. It is literally glitter in a lip gloss, and it's like white, so I really only use a little bit whenever I use this. Just like a touch. So obviously now we're done. I'm gonna take my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray and just give myself a few spritz. And then once my setting spray is on, I like to go in with a beauty blender or a sponge and kind of lightly dab over my skin, because this helps create a more smooth appearance to the skin. And that's just a beauty tip for everybody. So now that the look is complete, I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Smile more when you come